So, got the new Sawstop, my 3 horsepower, a little more powerful than my old rigid cabinet saw, which is a horse and a half. This one is 220 volts and 3 horse, so it should have enough power to work pretty good for what I need in the shop. And so, quite a bit of assembly process for this Sawstop. Of course, we go through it in about 7 minutes here, but it took me a while to make sure everything was correct and getting it all together. But starting off with the mobile base, and it's easier to get it while it's on its side and get everything together there on the packaging, and keeps it from scratching it up on the floor. And I had to get this assembly of levers and everything on the bottom of that, and of course the saw and all the parts being black makes it difficult to kind of see down there in that area too, even though the shop was nice, brightly lit. So it just took a little time and effort, and in my old age, getting up and down off the floor was not fun either. So, but managed to get things together. And then easy to stand it up off of the foam packaging there wasn't too bad for me, even though it's quite heavy, and having that iron top on the top of it, I was still able to get that up by myself. But as I was assembling the mobile base, it wasn't quite right. I didn't quite have the levers together correctly. The instructions were pretty good, but some of it was not quite to the detail I would like. But I was able to see how that works and goes together, and finally get those together correctly to where it would work properly and lift and be able to roll around. And due to where we live, a very humid area with lots of moisture, tried to keep that steel top, a little bit of oil sheen on it, not clean it off too much until I get a wax coating on there to prevent everything rusting. But it will rust pretty quickly within a few days if you don't keep something on these cast iron tops I found over in this area where I'm living. But challenging to get those heavy cast iron extensions lined up and attached, so I was able to pull over a stool that was adjustable height to hold the weight of it to where I could get that extension put on there without too much trouble. I apologize for the video of the spot that was creeping in there. My camera on the stand was slightly sagging at the time, and part of the holder was getting in the way of the camera, so apologize for that. But as we get those extensions on, use the level and make sure everything is perfectly lined up. I had a dead blow hammer too. I could tighten up the bolts there, or the screws that attach the extension on, not completely tight, and use the hammer a little bit to adjust and get those perfectly flat and aligned between the two, and then I could tighten it up the rest of the way. See, I've got those oil-laden paper back on top of the cast iron top just for temporary, just to make sure that those things don't rust before I get everything done, because just in this area it's just what happens. So getting the extension rails on, you can get a 36-inch extension table option or a 52-inch. I opted for the 36-inch. I don't think I would need the 52 or having full sheets to cut on end to where I'd need that. I think I could still get a full sheet and cut what I need on a 36-inch table and not take up any more shop space, floor space than necessary. So the 36-inch extension table would work good for me. And also I found that the mobile base, when you pick it up, the entire 36-inch table and everything comes up with it, and you're able to move it around, and then once you set it back down, those legs will support properly onto the floor. So that worked out real nice. And with the 36-inch extension table, you get a better fence. The Sawstop fence on there looks as good to me as the Weissmeyer that you might buy, and seemed very straight and very solid. So altogether, very happy with the new saw. I'll look forward to using it. We'll see.